Crypto Daybook Americas. Turmoil across the pond as Bitcoin defends $93,000 after $300 billion wipeout your day ahead look for January 9, 2025 by James Van Straten, Omkar Godbole. Shaurya Malwa edited by Aoyon Ashraf January 9, 2025, 12:01 p.m. UTC. By James Van Straten, all times ET unless indicated otherwise. Powered by 00-02/01 to 59109.3K0 CFTC Chair Behnam to resign on Inauguration Day. STLP0 Phil. Hashtag FF3E5F. .ST1 Phil. Hashtag FEF. .ST2 Phil. Hashtag FF3E5F. Shared ALSX. 1. Isolation. Isolate. .CLSX. 2. Phil. Hashtag FF3E5F. .CLSX. 3. Phil. Hashtag FFF. NextStayThe. The total cryptocurrency industry is now under $3.2 trillion in market capitalization, as over $300 billion has been wiped out since January 6, taking away all early gains for the year, according to the TradingView metric total. As a result, Bitcoin, BTC, is now hovering above $93,000, but has been making a succession of higher lows starting from December 30. Adding to the bearish sentiment, market is digesting the unconfirmed reports from DB News, which suggest that the U.S. government has been given the green light to liquidate as much as 69,370 BTC, $6.5 billion, from the Silk Road seizure. This makes the political theater between the outgoing and incoming U.S. administrations even more intriguing, as President-elect Donald Trump, who is just few days away from being sworn in on January 20th, vowed not to sell any of the Bitcoin held by U.S. authorities, which, according to Glassnode data, amounts to 187,236 BTC. The onslaught in the crypto industry stems from an extremely high DXY index, above 109, which measures the value of the U.S. dollar relative to a weighted basket of major foreign currencies. In addition, for a brief moment, the U.S. Treasury yields were rising before retreating slightly yesterday. The benchmark for 10-year yield was as high as 4.73%. The inflation concerns that paddled the sell-off in the broader market is picking up alongside growth expectations. LondonCryptoClub told CoinDesk. The combination of rising growth and inflation expectations alongside rising term premia, as the market struggles to digest huge treasury supply to fund these deficits, is pushing U.S. yields higher, which is dragging global yields higher, excluding China. However, turmoil is occurring across the pond in the UK, with gilt yields continuing to march higher this morning. Records were set today, as the 30-year UK jumped to almost 5.45%, the highest level since 1998. While the benchmark UK 10-year challenged 4.95%, the highest since 2008, the Treasury was forced to intervene in the market to calm investors, according to reports from The Telegraph. LondonCryptoClub mentioned the key reasons for the turmoil. The UK is under pressure after a disastrous budget which has increased borrowing needs with little to no positive growth impact, exacerbating the negative debt/GDP dynamics and driving a larger fiscal deficit. As a result, the not-so-great British pound, falling yet again, is now 1.22 against the dollar, the lowest level since November 2023, and has fallen almost 4% in the past month. Today, January 9th, is declared a mourning day in the U.S. to remember the death of former President Jimmy Carter. Therefore, the stock market will be closed. So, all eyes will be turning to the jobs report on Friday. The market is in a good news is bad news scenario as rate cuts for 2025 get pushed back with only one rate cut expected for 2025. A strong jobs report could remove this rate cut, with unemployment expected to come in at 4.2%. While non-farm payroll is estimated at 154,000. A hot jobs print could send the dollar to 110, putting further pressure on risk assets. Stay alert. What to watch CryptoJan. 9:01 a.m. Chronos, CRO, ZK-EVM, mainnet upgrades to ZK-SYNC's latest release, January 12, 10:30 p.m. Binance will halt Phantom Token, FTM, deposits and withdrawals and delist all FTM trading pairs. FTM tokens will be swapped for S tokens at a 1-to-1 ratio. January 15. Derive, DRV, to create and distribute new tokens in token generation event. January 15. Mint layer version 1.0.0 release. The mainnet upgrade introduces atomic swaps, enabling native BTC cross-chain swaps. January 16, 3 a.m. Trading for the Sonic token S is set to start on Binance, featuring pairs like S/USDT, S/BTC, and S/BNB. Macrojan 10, 8:30 a.m. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, releases December 2024's Employment Situation Summary Report. Non-farm payrolls EST 154K versus previous 227K. Unemployment rate EST 4.2% versus previous 4.2%. January 10, 10 a.m. The University of Michigan releases January's Michigan Consumer Sentiment Preliminary EST 73.8 versus previous 74.0. January 14, 8:30 a.m. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, releases December 2024's PPI data. PPI MOM previous 0.4%. Core PPI MOM previous 0.2%. Core PPI YOY previous 3.4%. PPI YOY previous 3%. January 14, 8:55 a.m. U.S. Redbook YOY for the week ending on January 11, previous 6.8%. January 15, 8:30 a.m. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, releases December 2024's Consumer Price Index Summary. Core inflation rate MOM previous 0.3%. Core inflation rate YOY previous 3.3%. Inflation rate MOM previous 0.3%. Inflation rate YOY previous 2.7%. January 16, 2 a.m. The UK's Office for National Statistics November 2024's GDP estimate. GDP MOM previous -0.1%. GDP YOY previous 1.3%. January 16, 8:30 a.m. The U.S. Department of Labor releases the Unemployment Insurance Weekly Claims Report for the week ending on January 11th. Initial jobless claims previous 201K. Token events governance votes and calls. Bitcoin DAO started discussions on the launch of Allo Capital, an entity focused on building tools for on-chain capital allocation. Compound DAO is discussing the creation of a new chains business unit to expand into other blockchains. Unlocks Jan 11. Aptus to unlock 1.13% of its APT circulating supply, worth $98.85 million. January 12. Axie Infinity to unlock 1.45% of its circulating supply, worth $14.08 million. January 14. Arbitrum to unlock 0.93% of its circulating supply, worth $70.65 million. Token launches Jan 10. Lava Network Lava, to be listed on KuCoin and Bybit at 5 a.m. Jan 10. Bybit to delist FTM at 5 a.m. Conferences. Day 4 of 14. Starknet, and Ethereum Layer 2, is holding its Winter Hackathon, online. January 13 to 24. Swiss Web 3 Fest Winter Edition 2025. Zug, Zurich, St. Moritz, Davos, January 17th. Unchained. Blockchain Business Forum 2025, Los Angeles, January 18th. Bitcoin Day, Naples, Florida, January 20 to 24. World Economic Forum Annual Meeting, Davos Clusters, Switzerland, January 21st. Frankfurt Tokenization Conference 2025 Jan 25 to 26. Katstanbul 2025, Istanbul. The first community conference for Jupiter, a decentralized exchange, DEX, aggregator built on Solana. Jan 30 to 31. Plan B Forum, San Salvador, El Salvador, February 3rd. Digital Assets Forum, London, February 18 to 20. Consensus Hong Kong Token Talk by Shaurya. Malwa Parity Token just got its own parody, AI agents upstart AI16Z, a platform mimicking venture fund A16Z that uses AI to manage user funds, saw a mockery of its token raffle among small-cap speculators in the past day, running to a peak of $130 million. Market capitalization as of European morning hours. Where AI16Z tried to blend AI with investment, LLM short for large language model laughs at the very concept, suggesting that if AI can be anything, it can certainly be a meme with no real utility. LLM token/DX tools. X users were quick to dub LLM as the McDonald's version of $AI16Z, mixing fast food with AI, creating a narrative where the only intelligence was in the marketing. It has no inherent utility or technological backing. Its value is purely speculative and community-driven, based on the meme's popularity and the humor it brings to the crypto conversation. AI agent projects virtuals, AI16Z, and the broader category are down more than 20% since peak on average in the past weeks amid criticism of their claimed AI models, as a CoinDesk analysis previously noted. Derivatives positioning the annualized one-month basis in BTC and ETH CME futures has retreated to 6% to 7%, the lowest since the election day. The positioning continues to moderate, with ETH open interest dropping to a one-month low of $2.9 billion, according to data source AmberData. Annualized funding rates in perpetual futures tied to large-cap tokens now hover at around 5%, down significant from last month's excessively bullish 80% to 100%. However, the OI normalized CVD continues to signal net selling pressure in the market. In options market, front-end skews now show bias for BTC and ETH puts, but longer duration continue to reflect a bullish bias. Notable block trades include a large short trade in the BTC $55,000 put expiring on March 29th. In ETH, traders shorted calls at strikes $4,800, $5,500 and $6,000. Market movements. BTC is down 1.24% from 4 p.m. Eastern Time Tuesday to $93,307.05, 24 hours. Minus 1.8%. ETH is up 0.23% at $3,307.13, 24 hours. Minus 1.15%. CoinDesk 20 is down 1.18% to $3,954.73, 24 hours. Minus 2.28%. Ether staking yield is up 1 BP to 3.15%. BTC funding rate is at 0.0061%, 6.66% annualized. On Binance CoinDesk 20 members performance DXY is up unchanged at 109.19. Gold is up 0.72% at $2,683.80 per oz. Silver is up 1.71% to $30.86 per oz. Nikkei 225 closed minus 0.94% at 39,605.09. Hang Seng closed minus 0.2% at 19,240.89. FTSE is up 0.63% at 8,303.24. Eurostoxx 50 is unchanged at 4,997.63. DJIA closed plus 0.25% to 42,635.20. S&P 500 closed plus 0.16% at 5,918.25. Nasdaq closed unchanged at 19,478.88. S&P/TSX Composite Index closed plus 0.49% at 25,051.70. S&P 40 Latin America closed minus 0.87% at 2,204.98. U.S. 10-year Treasury is down 2 BPS at 4.68%. E-mini S&P 500 futures are down 0.1% to 5,953.0. E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures are down 0.18% at 21,323.00. E-mini Dow Jones Industrial Average Index futures are unchanged at 42,874.00. Bitcoin stats. BTC dominance. 57.85 Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio. 0.035 hash rate. 7-day moving average 785 EH/S hash price. Spot $55.7 total fees. 7.57 BTC //$722. For 39 CME futures open interest. 176,215 BTC priced in gold. 34.8 Oz BTC versus gold market cap. 9.90% basket. Performance technical analysis. BTC's hourly chart with RSI. CoinDesk/TradingView. The chart shows BTC's downward momentum is weakening. While prices continue to chalk out lower highs, the momentum oscillator RSI is now moving in the opposite direction, diverging bullishly to signal a potential price bounce ahead. Crypto equities MicroStrategy, MSTR closed on Wednesday at $331.70, 2.85%, up 0.99% at $335 in pre-market. Coinbase Global, coin closed at $260.01, minus 1.63%, up 0.55% at $261.45 in pre-market. Galaxy Digital Holdings, GLXY closed at $27.62, minus 2.23%. Mara Holdings, Mara closed at $18.34, minus 3.84%, up 0.11% at $18.36 in pre-market. Riot Platforms, Riot closed at $12.02, minus 3.14%, unchanged in pre-market. Core Scientific, CORZ closed at $14.05, minus 0.5%, up 0.36% at $14.10 in pre-market. CleanSpark, CLSK closed at $10.09, minus 5.79%, unchanged in pre-market. CoinShares Valkyrie Bitcoin Miners ETF, WGMI closed at $23.15, minus 4.93%, down 1.08% at $22.90 in pre-market. Semler Scientific, SMLR closed at $50.19, minus 9.14%, unchanged in pre-market. Exodus Movement, EXOD closed at $37.78, minus 3.89%, up 0.21% at $37.86 in pre-market. ETF Flow Spot BTC ETFs. Daily net flow, minus $568.80 million cumulative net flows, $36.37 billion total BTC holdings, 1.140 million. Spot, ETH, ETFS daily net flow, minus $159.40 million cumulative net flows, $2.52 billion total ETH holdings, 3.627 million. Source, Farside Investors, as of January 8, overnight flows chart of the day USDT's market cap and BTC's price. CoinDesk/TradingView, the Messier-led decline in tethers, USDT market capitalization has stalled. So, the ongoing decline in BTC may lose momentum. USDT, the world's largest dollar-pegged cryptocurrency, is widely used to fund crypto purchases. While you were sleeping, Bitcoin ETFs suffer $582 million net outflow, second highest tally ever. CoinDesk Bitcoin and Ether ETFs saw $582 million and $159 million in outflows Wednesday as the Fed's December FOMC meeting minutes noted inflation risks from Trump's policies and a possible slowdown in rate cuts. XRP may surge 40% as Trump effect boosts Ripple sentiment. CoinDesk XRP, up 300% since November amid optimism for Trump's crypto-friendly policies, could see another 40% surge as technical analysis highlights a bullish breakout from its descending triangle pattern. Bitfinex relocates derivative services to El Salvador. The block Bitfinex Derivatives is relocating to El Salvador after obtaining its second license to operate under the nation's crypto-friendly framework, allowing it to enhance its services and strengthen its regional presence. Bond market sell-off jolts global investors as Trump worries grow. Reuters: a global bond price drop on Wednesday pushed yields to multi-year highs. In the US, UK, and Eurozone, driven by inflation risks, heavy bond issuance, and concerns about Trump's tariff threats. China consumer prices weakened further, adding to deflation worries. Bloomberg: China's inflation slowed for a fourth month in December, with CPI up just 0.1% year-on-year, the National Bureau of Statistics reported, highlighting deflation risks amid global inflation pressures. Asia's central banks face a formidable challenge. An ascendant U.S. dollar, CNBC: the U.S. dollar's post-election rally has devalued the currencies of Japan, China, South Korea, and India, raising import costs for these nations and complicating their central banks' economic strategies. The Ether.